We're fine dining on this week's edition of Made in Kent with No Fixed Abode, a pop-up restaurant team which journey all across the county to events like tonight at the Bicycle Bakery here in Tunbridge Wells. It's their first event of 2018 and we're going to take a look at what they're serving up. No Fixed Abode started 8 months ago and sees head chef Will Devlin and his team head to a range of venues.
I thought about doing it kind of as a bit of a breakaway, something different from the standard kind of dining experience, something that's a little bit more involved, something that's a little bit more connected with the chef, and something where we can test out a few ideas. It's quite interesting, when people arrive to the pop-up, they're kind of a bit wary and not sure about where they're going and kind of where am I, what I let myself in for. But yeah, after course 2 or 3, we kind of turned their minds and yeah, start enjoying it. So yeah, good feedback so far.
With it being the end of the game season, it's partridge, pheasant and pigeon ballotines and smoked haddock and leek tart on the menu. Pop-ups began in the early 2000s across the pond, and after 10 years in the industry, Will decided to embark on a new business, along with his wife Seven and brother Matt. Though more established, there have been a few challenges along the way.
Obviously you're not in a restaurant or a pub where you've got all the amenities to hand, so you know there's a lot of times you'll turn up and you'll be like, oh right, we forgot this, or okay, we need to remember this for next time, and you'll always learn. And obviously we've been doing it for about 8 months now, so we've learned quite a lot over the time, so we like to think we're quite polished at it now.
You have to kind of convince people that it is a good thing and it is something to go to. So obviously at the start our numbers were lower, but as we've kind of gone, as we've progressed and as we do more events, the word of mouth has just been spreading and then people are more responsive to it.
The diners may be seated, but there's no sitting down for the team, making preparations for the next dining abode.
Now Will Devlin joins us on the sofa with a couple of dishes that he's made for us. Will, thanks for coming in. But firstly, tell us a little bit about what you brought in for us today.
So just a couple of snacks really that kind of reflect a little bit about what we do. The kind of smaller versions of some of the dishes you'd see at the pop-up. We've got a Wilden smoked salmon cannelloni that's stuffed with some cream cheese, a little bit of lumpfish roe on top and some wild wood sorrel. In the middle is a braised haunch of venison that we've just slow braised, then breadcrumbed. Popped in the fryer. On top is a gooseberry ketchup from last year's gooseberries we've pickled, and a little cow's parsley garnish. And then a cracker on the left of some chanterelle mushrooms. They're bang in season at the moment. We picked some chanterelles. There's some miso roasted cod on top, and then just some wild herbs. There's some gorse flowers, some more sorrel, and some yarrow on there. Just kind of what's around at the moment in Kent from the hedgerows, really.
I want to give a go with the little morsel on the end, and as I do that, if you could tell us a little bit maybe about the where the various ingredients came from and the various flavours that I should be getting from them.
Yeah, so the salmon, Wilden Smokery, they've been around in Kent for a long time, super fresh, like really good smoked salmon, just thin cut, and then a cream cheese mousse inside. It's classic flavours, just in a way that can be kind of eaten in one mouthful. As one of our sort of pre-starters at one of the pop-ups.
It's very creamy, I can confirm. It's brilliant. and just to confirm as well, you're obviously a pop-up restaurant team. It's not a van or a truck or a marquee.
No. We kind of bundle ourselves up into a van, but we bring everything that you'd expect in a restaurant to lots of different locations and put on a tasting menu.
So what are some of those more unique locations that you've gone to?
Lots of different ones. We've done a gin distillery. We did Copper Rivet Gin Distillery in Chatham. We did Spa Valley Railway, which was on a vintage train. That was an interesting evening. We did 40 covers, 9-course menu on one of the old dining carriages. It's fantastic. We've done a bakery. We've done a food photography studio. Anywhere, the more quirkier the better, really.